Maybe you can introduce yourself.
So should I introduce myself right now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, very nice to meet you. My name is Tiffany Thant, and I'm a World Cosplay Summit 2019 representative from Myanmar.
Okay,
Hmm?
let's go to the first question now. When did you start cosplay?
I started doing cosplay around 2013, like I don't know how many years ago. 7 years ago, yeah, probably.
Why you choose cosplay between another hobbies activity?
I do have other hobbies and activities too for like playing music and like drawing, but cosplay is just different. It's all the things. You sort the costume, you make the costume, and then you be in that character. I personally loved dressing up in different kind of costumes. So cosplay is more amazing and more different because you became another person. For example, you became an idol or a killer or a fighter or a ghoul, whatever, right? Different kind of personalities. And doing those stuff makes me happy so much. So yeah, I really love doing cosplay.
Okay,
Actually, yeah, I used to have a lot of role models, but there's this girl from France. Her name is PQ Cosplay. She
okay.
doesn't. Not a lot of people knows her, but I actually grow up looking at her cosplay, taking references, and I think her cosplay inspires me a lot. So she still is a role model for me. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about Japanese event in your country?
Yeah, so when those events concern to Japanese cosplay is like the major events held right here. So yeah, there's cosplay event and there's event about education and maybe sometimes entertainments and cultures. Yep.
Where usually the event held?
You see, there's a lot of places right here in Myanmar, but most of the Japanese events are held in Yangon. But sometimes there's events in this city called Mandalay. So we're expanding cosplay from place to place. So hopefully, maybe the whole country will hold cosplay one day, probably, yeah. But right here in Myanmar, there are like some local places, parks and indoor areas, public areas. Yep.
So, in Myanmar, is it usually on public places or private places?
Both, yeah. Sometimes we do them on shopping malls. Sometimes we have these kind of ballrooms or like dining rooms.
I
Dining rooms
see.
is like something really big, from hotels or whatever. Yeah. We also held those events in universities too. Yeah.
I see.
I forgot to say that. Yeah.
Okay. So, next, is there any food court or food shop or food booth that only open in Japanese even in your country? Like, takoyaki booth
Uh,
or taiyaki booth?
yeah. There is a lot. There's like sashimi, takoyaki, daifuku, stuffs from Japan. Yeah, there's a lot.
I see.
Yeah, but right here in Myanmar, some of the booths they don't have the actual octopus, just the ball. There's
Oh,
no
I
octopus
see.
inside.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So, in Japanese event on your country, what contests do they held in there? Other than cosplay competition, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Maybe
Yeah.
band cover competition or something like that.
Well, it's really rare, but how can I say? There's these educational steps, like they actually call students to enroll for a scholar or whatever, and they have to like studies to be able to invite it to Japan. Like just like cosplay too, but it's not very popular. It's just like not as cosplay, but as educational steps, like scholarships or studying abroad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
those kind of steps.
So
And also
next,
like
okay.
actually it's not just the educational step. There's these cultural Japanese events like wearing yukatas and kimonos and
I
make me
see.
maybe Japanese origami, paper folding. So sometimes entertainments like J-pop or Japanese movies, stuff like that too. Yeah,
So next is
yeah.
about costume, or maybe it will. I would ask you about when you in 2013. About the
Yes.
costume, are you make your costume by yourself or order from costume maker on Myanmar in Myanmar?
I never actually order costume that I will because I make them myself from head to toe. Yeah, I do order the wig, because it's
Ah,
hard to find the right color here in Myanmar, the right color or the length of the wig. So I have to order it, and maybe the shoes. My mom, buying me shoes, so I kind of like put them inside. But for the costumes, yeah, I buy fabrics that's common, and I saw them myself. Yeah, everything is handmade.
okay. So about the community, is there any community or group or circle that attend on Japanese event in there? Like gamer or
Yeah.
maybe
It's
wota?
like, yeah, of course, yeah. So, cosplay is not just Japanese animes or games. There's these games like Mobile Legends or like League of
Okay.
Legends.
I,
Dota, that gamers plays a lot. So yeah, they do come to these kind of cosplay event that is especially focused on the game characters. So they
okay.
came, and most of them so like university students, high school students. So yeah, people from different field than Japan. Yeah.
Okay, it surprised me because you tell me about Mobile Legend in Myanmar. So Mobile Legend is really
I
hype
mean,
in
I'm
there,
a gamer
or
myself too. Gaming is one of my favorite hobbies ever. So yeah, when I don't sleep at night, it's because I'm playing games. Yeah,
it's really interesting.
it's just
Surprise.
all around the world. It just influences everybody.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe it's about visitors in your country. If there
Uh,
are cosplayer that
yep.
wear same costume like you, are you happy or shy?
Oh, about that. You see, it's strange that whenever I try to cosplay, I never bent into another cosplayer that is cosplaying the same character that I'm doing. I
Ah,
don't know why. Maybe because I just, cosplay a strange character that nobody else has ever cosplayed before. For example, I cosplay this Tubi from Neo Automata, if you know her.
yes, I know.
Yeah, so like I cosplay her just after the launching of the game, so like nobody else here in Myanmar has cosplayed her. So yeah, it's hard for me to bump into someone who is cosplaying the same character as I am. But if I've ever met someone that is cosplaying the same character, I mean, I'll be happy because I mean, she or he likes the character that I am doing. We have the same taste, and we can take lots of selfie. And yeah, I mean, cosplay is all about happiness. There's no rules, so why would I have to be shy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question, maybe it's the sensitive one. So, did you ever
Mhm.
had unpleasant treatment from fan or exhibit visitors?
Yes. There's this one time.
Oh,
Like I said, I cosplayed Tubi.
okay.
So at the time, it was around 2017. So my, how can I say, costume making skills are not that great. Wasn't that great. So like there's a lack in construction of my costumes, and my top part is a little bit exploding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is. It was just a little bit exploding, and I stupidly didn't notice. So yeah, male fans, they just keep staring at me and just gazing at me. Sometimes saying harassing words at me. So on that event, I have to cover up with my hand for the whole day because I really didn't like the reaction. And after that event, some people take my photos and kind of like upload them, and yeah, saying unpleasant words, not very nice words. So it quite hurt me. So that was the first and the last time that fans and visitors ever saying harassment words to me. Yep.
I see. I'm really, really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, from that day, I kind of avoid, characters that are too much exploding and too much appealing in the eye. Appealing mean, there's so many skins going around. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I see, I see.
Mhm.
Maybe it's about question before about the unpleasant treatment. Do
Mhm.
you know like post like erotic posts about hagel or something like that? Have
Pardon?
like erotic posts like ahegao, ahegao or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that?
I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I
Oh,
don't like it when, boys don't,
no.
especially male characters. I mean, male, fans. They kind of just say rude and harassment words, like yeah, insulting me, like yeah, in erotic ways. I really don't like it. I really wish they could have respects to some girls who are, knees and tight. Exactly, it's true. It's true. They should respect the female cosplayers too. Yeah, because all the male fans just conclude that one with like, "It was a joke. I'm sorry. That's it," and it's over. And that is not very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not good, but I don't know. I yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's last question. I think.
Of course. Okay.
Have any words for your cosplay friends in your country and Indonesia?
Oh wow. How can I say? There's a lot of new people in the cosplay community these days right here in Myanmar. Most of them are like university students, high school students, beautiful people. Yeah, they are like way more epic than I started doing cosplay. And for them, just do whatever they like. Cosplay is for happiness because there's a lot of people saying other cosplayers like, you feel the character, you forgot whatever, the wig was not right, your makeup is sucks, something like that. There's people like that, everywhere. So yeah, don't care about them. Cosplay is all about making you happy. Just like, even if you didn't get the costume right, even if you cannot do the makeup, even if you forgot other pieces of the costume, just be happy. Just how can I say? Cosplay has no rules at all, so you can play whatever that you like. I mean, it's your life and it's your tribe, so don't care about wars and stuff. Just enjoying cosplay. And for Indonesia, I do really had a lot of memories in Indonesia. I did have some pen friends, like online friends, and yeah, Gilbert and Garrett, the 2019 representative, they kind of share their, experience from Indonesia. And, strangely that when I was young, like 4 or 5 years old, anime and, Japanese movies were not that popular right here in Myanmar. So when I started watching anime, it was from an Indonesian channel. It was called Space Tune, I guess.
Oh,
So
okay. I
yeah,
know Space Tune.
yeah. Do you know Space Tune?
Yeah, I know Space Tune.
Yeah, yeah. I watch anime from there.
Okay.
There was no anime channel right here in Myanmar back in 2004, 2005. I was watching it from Space Tune with Indonesian dubs. I strangely like it. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, and I really would like to visit Indonesia one time too because all I see Indonesian cosplayers are so amazing, so awesome, so lit. So I really would like to visit to cosplay events in Indonesia and meet my friends in person. Yeah, that is one of my dreams. I love everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I will wait you to Indonesia to come to Indonesia.
Let me save my money first because I would definitely come one day. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview.